Well, our bow seasons are about to kick off here in Washington, and I thought I'd do a quick video and share with you kind of more details about shoulder blades. Um, if you're a bow hunter, you know you want nothing to do with these. But I'm thinking about the new guys out there might be getting started. Want to give you a little bit of information so hopefully you can make better shots and recover those animals quickly. So shoulder blade is a very complex bone, as you can see by the shape of this thing. You've got this rib that comes off perpendicular on the outside, on the upper portion, and then it comes down to this big heavy knuckle. This connects to the shoulder bone that actually runs back at an angle like this, kind of back toward the leg. And it's also got these real thin areas on a shoulder blade, but they don't do you a whole lot of good, and I'll show you why in a minute. But basically you've got the spine sitting back here, and if you are able to get through a shoulder blade, you would have to be doubly lucky and actually sever the spinal cord to drop that animal in its tracks. Otherwise you might have a loss or a very difficult recovery at best. So I've got a couple diagrams here, and this is more small scale, like maybe a deer size, but it all applies to elk as well. So again, here's that shoulder blade, and then you've got the shoulder bone that comes down this way, and then the leg bone that comes kind of up this way. So obviously when an animal's walking, all this stuff's moving like this, but you can see illustratively here that this is your vital kill zone, and behind the diaphragm you got the liver. So a good rule of thumb on shot placement is, people talk about quartering away shots, and the reason for that is if you come in on an angle like this, you've got a better chance of getting up into the vitals here. Whereas if an animal's quartering to you, you have a higher degree chance of hitting this front shoulder and a lot of this heavy bone. So generally broadside shots are favorable because it opens up this entire chest cavity and gives you the most margin of error. So the way to get that is if you look at an animal standing broadside, if you come up about a third of its body and then you come up straight up from the leg, you're going to end up at about somewhere right in here. And because this shoulder bone moves at an angle forward and then the shoulder blade comes back, that actually gives you a pretty big margin of error in this area for your shot. So keep that in mind. If you're standing there looking at a deer broadside, come up the front leg about a third of the way up the body, and you're going to be right in here. And this is going to give you, again, a high margin of error, and it's going to give you a high probability of a double lung, heart lung hit, kill, and a fast recovery. So just some things to keep in mind. I'm seeing a lot of great photos on the internet already from Oregon. They've kicked off their bow season last week. So good luck out there. Hope this information helps you, especially the new guys maybe getting started. It's always a little nerve-wracking that first time you draw your bow on a real animal, and I hope this information gives you a little more confidence and helps you decide where to aim and execute a good shot. So good luck out there, and I hope to see some photos.